What's going on? Let me get myself situated here. It's your man, Chucky B, aka Gypsy Hustle, aka the Happy Hatter, right here, aka Mr. Make You Smile again and again and again. Your man, Chucky B, in the building. Yo, hey, look, a lot to talk about. Like I said, I've been kind of busy, so it's hard for me to do the show like I want to, but I'm gonna do it, when I can. So let's hop right into. Okay, I got the old school Kango hat on, just a regular old Kango hat. I told you I got a bunch of hats. I got a hat collection. But shout outs to anybody who's watching. Anybody who drops a comment, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. So let's jump right into it. Okay, today, the NBA started the preseason, right? It's going pretty good, I think. So far, so good. I watched a little bit of Zion Williams. His game will translate over, but still he's gonna have to be able to shoot the ball a little bit. But his, going to the basket, he's gonna get to the free throw line a lot. So Zion Williamson, if anybody can get this to him, work on your free throws because you're going to get to the line a lot because they're not going to be able to stop you from getting to the line. They're going to have to foul you. But he's going to have to work on his jump shot and he's going to work on his free throws because he's going to get to the line. Like I said it again, he's going to get to the free throw line a lot. Repetitive. But yeah, the NBA preseason has started. Things kicked off with a bang. Now, we're gonna move right into the China thing. Okay, Daryl Morey said something on Twitter supporting Hong Kong, which there was really nothing wrong with what he said. So China has taken offense to that, and they canceled a couple of G League exhibition game that was going to go on over there. So they canceled the game because Morey showed support for Hong Kong, which is a democracy which we're supposed to support. So, China took offense to that. I mean, this is getting a little wild too because Adam Silver stepped in and supported Daryl Morey's free speech. Now, that goes to you say we got free speech, but it's like freedom of speech, but watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? There should be really no consequence to freedom of speech when there's some truth. We saw there was consequence when Colin Kaepernick displayed his freedom of speech. So there was consequences behind that, which there shouldn't have been any consequence behind that. I told you I'm a big Colin Kaepernick supporter. But Daryl Morey showed support for Hong Kong, who they're going through some things with China because they're a democracy and China's communist. So there's been an apology to China. And it's really boiling all down to money. I mean, James Harden has also come out and apologized, saying that we love China. We ain't going to go there with it, but but I can understand him saying what he said only because he's over there and you just want to get back home. Now, when you get back home, you can say what you want to say. So if he's saying that to, while he's over there to get back, all right, I'm with you, my brother. Say what you got to say to get home. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get home, you're like, yo, whatever. You say whatever you got to say then. But James Harden came out. Maybe, people are upset about him apologizing, saying that we love China. But this is what happens when you're in debt. Like the United States, I mean, this can be a part of my Dan Le Batard part too. So this is what happens when you're in debt to a country. We owe China money. So now, and they're giving billions to us, I guess to the NBA or whatever. But, for the NBA, think about this now. They just came out and said the NBA has some stuff thinking about moving the league to India. India got 1 billion people too. So, hey, if China don't want to do business with you, hey, what's up? Let's do business with India. So, I mean, it's all kind of crazy to me. China's taking this a little personal when we're a democracy. Hong Kong is democracy. And now people, how people say that you should leave the politics out of sports. Well, if we're going to leave the politics out of sports, then China shouldn't be taking this personal. You know what I'm saying? If someone says, tweeting support for Hong Kong, you know what I mean? So actually, for Daryl Morey, that was the right thing to do. Just show your support. That's your opinion. You voice support for Hong Kong. It is what it is. But, China's a little sensitive about that, and they've taken it personal. And, we'll see. This thing is just like snowballing. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, especially since Adam Silver has come out and supported Daryl Morey, which he should do. That's one of yours. So you should support him, and you maybe call him in the office and say, yo, maybe shouldn't have, maybe let's keep that out of it, until we can do this, whatever, but you just call him in and just holler at him that way. Sorry for the ramble, but it is what it is. But we'll see how this thing goes the next couple of days, because like I said, I guess Yao Ming is upset. My problem with Yao Ming being upset, you played for the Rockets. You have come over here and you got in the Hall of Fame, which I think is questionable. You know what I'm saying? I might not be in the Hall of Fame, but I can tell who shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Never played against Yao Ming, but, you got to tell me how he got in the Hall of Fame so quick. You got to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get technical. So, and yeah, I said it, and I'll say it out loud to anybody. So we'll see how this thing goes. But, this is a very touchy thing, and it really shouldn't be. But, China got real sensitive, and, they're just going to have to get over it. They're going to have to get over it because there's business elsewhere. You got, Saudi Arabia. You got a lot of people with a lot of money that would be willing to do business with the NBA if China doesn't want to do business with the NBA. But, I know we're in debt to China as a country, but we'll see how that goes. All right, next thing, the Cleveland Browns, man, they got smacked up last night by the 49ers. And my question, is Baker Mayfield overrated? Baker Mayfield had a lot to say about Daniel Jones and where he was drafted. And right now, the Giants are 2-3 and the Browns are 2-3. And if you look at the rosters, which team has the most talent? Cleveland Browns talking Super Bowl. The Giants were just talking, hey, let's get 6 wins, So it'll be interesting to see. He had like 100 yards passing last night, couple of fumbles, interception. I know Richard Sherman got him. No, he got 2 interceptions. He got 2 interceptions. He got 2. I know Richard Sherman got 1. But, is Baker Mayfield overrated? You went number 1 overall, and you did a whole lot of talking, and yet your team is 2-3, and it's not looking good for you. You got, a real tough, meaty part of the schedule coming up, and the next 5 games you could end up like, 2-8 if you don't win. And a couple of these are tough teams. So, we'll see how that goes. But Baker Mayfield, to me, just play the game. Just play the game, all the talking and all that. Just play the game. And, he snubbed Richard Sherman before the game and didn't want to shake his hand. And, for what? Yeah, we all trying to get psyched up. I'm like Richard Sherman. We all trying to get psyched up, but, that's just etiquette of the game. We shake hands, and then we're going to go to battle. Like, all right, man, have a good one. I'll see you out there on the field. Or I'll see you out there on the court. Even if, like I said, a lot of NBA players don't like each other, but, a lot of NFL players probably don't like each other, but that's no reason to be disrespectful towards one another. We both made it to this level, so let's respect each other's hustle and each other's grind, as they say nowadays. Let's respect each other's grind, all right? But, we're going to see how this thing plays out, with the China thing. And we're going to see how this thing plays out with Baker Mayfield, because I know Cleveland, they had really high hopes of possibly, Super Bowl or whatever. it doesn't look like, right now they look like a team in disarray. And like for the fantasy football players, from what I'm hearing, Baker Mayfield may have given you 6 points, for the fantasy lovers. Odell Beckham, I guess he got in late in the game for a punt return and fumbled the ball. So, that's like a -2 in fantasy. So, it's tough, man. It's tough, and that's that. And in the words of Chris Berman, this is why we play the game. Cleveland, you can't just think that because you're more talented than another team that you're going to come out there and you're going to beat that other team. No one expected the 49ers to be 4-0. I know I didn't expect them to be 4-0 because I don't have the greatest confidence in Kyle Shanahan after that Super Bowl debacle with Atlanta, when all he had to do was run the ball. The Patriots down like 28-3, and all you got to keep the clock rolling. So he's steady calling pass plays, and then the Patriots end up coming back. This was in the third quarter. That game is supposed to be over. And I don't have the confidence in Kyle Shanahan. I think the 49ers do have a talented roster. I've looked at their roster, and it is a quite talented roster. But I didn't expect them to be 4-0 either. But, it is what it is. Another thing, back to the NBA. Let's go back to the NBA for a second. Okay. They're experiencing with coaches challenge. Now, I have a problem with that one. You're supposed to be trying to get the games over, trying to go get, game flow and stuff like that. I mean, football, I can see the challenging, but basketball, I don't see where the coach's challenge would need to come into play. You're going to challenge whether there's a foul. There's going to be some human error, in the game, but it all evens out, even when a referee makes a bad call in a game, there's so much that goes on in that game that, even if you lose by 1 point, there's so much that goes on in that game to where you say, all right, even though he did make that bad call, those 10 other plays right here, we should have did this better. So I'm not in favor of the NBA going to the coaches challenge thing. I'm not in favor of that. But I mean, who am I? But I'm just expressing my opinion. I'm not in favor of the coaches challenge thing at all. I think it's, leave that for football. Let football do the challenging because, in football, they added the pass interference. You can challenge pass interference now, and we all see why. It's a bang-bang play when New Orleans played the Rams in the NFC Championship. That was clearly pass interference that the referees, probably wanted to let the players decide the game. The referee that didn't make the call, he probably did not want to decide the game. He wanted to stay out of the game, let the players play, which is what they try to do when playoff time comes. So when that pass interference happened, he was hesitant to make that call. He didn't make that call, and I can see where you want to challenge that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as for football, I can see the challenges. But basketball, I don't understand the coach's challenge. Now, if anybody out there that's watching this, help me out with that. But I don't see where basketball you need to challenge anything. Let's just play and keep the game going. Referees are going to make mistakes. So we have to live with that human error. And like I said, I'll say it again. There will be 10 other plays that, even if you lose by 1 point, 3 points, there'll be 10 other plays that you can say, you know what? We messed that up. We should have did that better. So the challenge thing is just going to slow the game down more. You've been, wanting to speed the game up, and it's just going to slow the game down more. But I don't agree with the challenge in basketball. Football, yes. Basketball, nah, not so much. But that's it, man. I just wanted to check in. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And shout out to UNC's women's soccer team, where my daughter is. They have a game this week against a rival Duke, so I will be attending that game. And, that's it, man. It's your boy, the Happy Hatter, a.k.a. Gypsy Hustle, a.k.a. Mr. Make You Smile, a.k.a. Chucky B, the man and the place to be. Signing out. And look, Have a wonderful day. And remember, make somebody smile, man. Life is too short. All right? Peace.